your intensity you could use for the good, or could lead to rage. I mean, we know what intensity could lead to, but I'm saying
this is good. I'm glad you're telling me this, because it actually helps me reconcile a lot of who I am.
Yeah.
And I've seen it go both ways.
Right. You have that, like, the best thing that you are can also be the worst thing.
Yeah, and it's really good or really bad.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
so you were saying that.
Well, I've always been, I come from a family of perfectionists. You know, a B in my family was like an F. So I only made one. It was an 89.4 in my 8th grade English class. Miss Lemon would not round up that tenth of a percent for me to get an A minus. And I'm still bitter about it. Not that it's fine. Working through it.
Okay. I'm not worried about it.
But I always held myself to such a high standard in terms of external approval, in terms of what I thought things looked like, not necessarily what they felt like. And it really ate me alive, because that was like like the pinnacle of success to me, was make the straight A's, look perfect, sound perfect, be perfect. And obviously, like, there's no ability to achieve perfection as a human being, and you're setting yourself up for failure. And so, you know, I think I have like a bit of a death drive. And like when something is going really well, like I want to mess it up. Or I just have this like rebellious, like, you know, I tend to have issues with authority, which, you know, didn't make me a really good employee, but.
Don't like following rules.
No. Never been a good rule follower.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
That makes you a leader. So.
I like that.
That's the other side.
Yes. There you go. You can't follow. You got to
lead. That's the positive channeling of the.
That's the positive side to it.
So yeah, I was using alcohol as a crutch and other substances for years. And I was very high functioning. You know, from the outside, most people wouldn't have known that I was really struggling and dealing with this. And I will tell you, like, for a while, it worked for me because it took the edge off. It allowed me some sense of relief. And I didn't know any other way besides that. And I also never thought I could be an alcoholic because there was nobody in my immediate family who drank. So it was not even on my radar that could be a problem. And I became very heavily dependent. And it really started to ruin all the things I loved. You know, it was taking away all the joy from my life. And I think I had been making excuses that it was helping me to
let loose.
Yeah, or to it wasn't that I was like out partying. I did plenty of that.
I mean, let loose from your perfectionism or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. To like
it enabled you to do what you had to do.
Yeah.
So it was like a helper almost.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think it was until it wasn't.
Right.
Until what do they say? The solution became the problem.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what happened. And it just was, I became obsessed with knowing that I had a problem, not wanting to give up my best friend, which at the time, you know, was alcohol, and not being able to envision my life without it because it was such a huge central focus in my life. But knowing that it was going to take away my family, my career, everything that mattered to me. I saw like I was going to lose everything. I had like a rock bottom moment